folks. We have one last scary story before Halloween is over.
Wow, Halloween series went so fast.
So Halloween is just in. Today is the 30th, so Halloween is tomorrow. So tomorrow is the last day of October, so we have one last scary story to tell for you folks.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about something that some of you will have no idea ever occurred. But actually, Gordon, why don't you come up front with me as well? Because you were part of this.
Yeah.
So years ago, when Gordon and I met each other, we were living in a forest out in Banff, Alberta.
And me too.
Yes, that's right. But Gordon and I knew each other best. It was after the event that we ended up meeting you, Squirrely. So, anyways, it was, again, it's so weird how things happen at nighttime. But I was nicely burrowed in my nice little tree fort nest. And Gordon, I know that you and your family lived down below in the forest floor. And all of a sudden, the sky turned to these colors that were so unusual, like purple hues. And all of a sudden, these mystical winds came in and took over, and the leaves started to blow all over the place, and trees were bending and breaking, and it became very scary. So I scrambled out of my nest and down to the ground and ran into Gord's house.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember how horrifying that night was and how it changed our whole lives.
And do you remember what happened? We ended up going down the hole in your house and burrowing deeper and deeper. And on the other side of that, there was a whole other world.
Yeah, I remember. It was full of dinosaurs and other things.
We ended up coming up in through this hole, and I believe that's right when we met you, Squirrely.
Yeah, I was running away from a dinosaur.
Yeah, and it was like, what? Can you believe we're in a whole other dimension of time?
Yeah, I was with
And Brown, I have to say, there was a dinosaur similar to you.
Really?
Who was chasing after Squirrely, and actually there was blood coming out of Squirrely's side because one of Brown's cousins caught him with one of his huge claws. So
well, like
we
Disney's
ended up-
Dinosaur, the movie yesterday.
It was so similar, brought back so many memories. So Gordon and I ended up having to risk our lives to run out and take poor old Squirrely back into the burrow. But what was horrifying was that the burrow itself, the other dimension that we came from, was closing in. So we couldn't get past and up through the hole again. It was horrifying. So all of us set a strong intention that we wanted to go back into the other dimension. And through the power of our thoughts, a small glimmer of hope started to show up, and we ended up pushing our way through. And sure enough, we came back. We came back into this dimension of time.
Wow.
Thank goodness. It was probably, if you weren't there, Gordon, I don't think anybody would have believed that actually happened. Yeah, I mean, I still look at my side. I still have a scar where that happened.
So make sure to subscribe to the channel. And I hope you had a...
Was that extra scary? Not
Yes.
really scary.
I was